Your parents lied to you. Your realtor lied to you. And that guy on TikTok telling you rent is dead money, he's either an idiot or he's selling you a house. Buying a home is not always the smart move. In fact, for millions of you watching right now, buying a house is the single worst financial decision you could make this year. Let me show you the math nobody wants you to see.
My name is Andrew. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll get started.
Okay, why does everyone believe this? Because it sounds right. When you rent, you pay your landlord's mortgage. When you buy, you build equity. Simple, intuitive, feels like common sense. Plus, everyone's grandma bought a house for $40,000 in 1985. It's worth $600,000 now. So obviously, real estate is a guaranteed money printer, right? And the culture reinforces it everywhere. Homeownership equals adulthood, equals success, equals you made it. Renting? Treated like you're still failing at life at 35. That's the story. Now let's do the actual math. Because math doesn't care about your feelings. And it definitely doesn't care about your Instagram aesthetic. All right, let's roast this properly. First, the down payment. Let's say you're buying a $400,000 house. 20% down? That's $80,000. That $80,000, if you just threw it into an S&P 500 index fund instead, at a historical average of 10% a year, in 30 years, that's over $1.3 million. Just sitting there, doing nothing, while your down payment sits in your walls, doing absolutely nothing for you, unless you sell. Second, the hidden costs nobody mentions. Property taxes, homeowner's insurance, maintenance, industry standard, 1% to 2% of your home's value. Every single year. On that $400,000 house, that's $4,000 to $8,000 a year. Just so your roof doesn't cave in. Your landlord pays for that when you rent. You don't get a call at 11 p.m. about a broken furnace when you rent. You call the landlord and go back to sleep. Third, the interest math is brutal. On a 30-year mortgage at 7%, in the first 10 years, you are paying mostly interest, not principal. You could pay that mortgage for a decade and barely make a dent in the actual balance. That's not building equity. It's basically renting from the bank, except the bank charges way more than your landlord ever would. Fourth, liquidity. Your house is not cash. You can't sell 5% of your living room when you need money for an emergency. Try explaining to a hospital that your net worth is mostly drywall. Meanwhile, index funds? Liquid. Sell whenever you want. Fifth, the appreciation myth. Yes, your grandma's house went up, but adjusted for inflation, historically, real estate appreciates at roughly 3% to 4% a year, barely beating inflation. The stock market's long-term average is roughly triple that. You're comparing a bicycle to a Tesla and acting shocked the bicycle is slower. So here's the brutal truth. Renting and investing the difference can absolutely outperform buying, especially if you're not staying in one place for at least 7 to 10 years. That's usually the break-even point. This isn't renting is smart, buying is dumb. It's buying a house is a lifestyle decision, dressed up as an investment decision. And most people never do the math to know which one they're actually making. So what should you actually do? Here's the real plan. Step 1, run the actual numbers before you buy anything. Use a rent versus buy calculator. NYT and Smart Asset both have solid free ones. Plug in your real numbers. Your rent, the home price, taxes, insurance, how long you'll actually stay. Step 2, know your break-even point. If you're not planning to stay in that house for at least 5 to 7 years, renting almost always wins financially. Moving costs, closing costs, 6 to 10% of the home price just to buy and sell. That eats your equity alive if you move too soon. Step 3, if you rent, don't just spend the difference on Uber Eats. Automate an investment of that gap straight into a low-cost index fund. This is the step 90% of people skip, and it's the only reason renting wins, because you actually invest the savings instead of blowing it.
Step 4, if you do want to buy, because yes, buying can make sense, buy for stability, for a place you'll actually live in for a decade, not because you think it's a guaranteed investment. Put down what you can comfortably afford. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in emergency savings, separately. And don't let your mortgage payment exceed 25 to 28% of your take-home pay. Full stop. Step 5, stop treating your primary home like a stock portfolio. It's not diversified, it's not liquid, and you live inside your asset, which is a weird thing to do with an investment. Buying isn't stupid. Buying blindly because society told you to? That's stupid. If this just saved you from signing a mortgage you weren't ready for, subscribe. Because if you want, I'll keep roasting the money myths that are quietly wrecking people's finances every single week. Let me know, and I'll keep going. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care of your money, and I'll see you in the next one.